Today we're going over 4 different lace styles for the Air Jordan 1 85. And I'll be showing you guys on foot looks at every single style as well. So let's go ahead and get started with the first one. Now typically when you get a pair of 85 ones, they come unlaced, but we're gonna give it that dead stock look anyway. So we're gonna assume they came fresh out the box just like this. And we're gonna peel the paper back and we got the shoe. Oh, we got the shoe. So as you can see right here, this is that singular lace style, giving you that dead stock look, but this isn't actually wearable. So we're gonna lace it up to the classic traditional dead stock style. So we're gonna undo this knot and we're gonna make sure that the laces are even at the top. Okay, good. So this is the inside of the foot, and we're gonna always wanna make sure that the inside of the foot, when the laces come over, they're gonna be underneath first. So we always wanna lead with the inside of the foot. That way it stays uniform and in sync. And then the outside of the foot going back over the top right here. So as you can see, this lace is covering that inside lace. And then we're gonna do that same thing and repeat all the way to the top as we go. As you can see again, outside lace coming over and then back under through the hole. Boom. And then this is something that a lot of people love and hate to do depending on what you wanna do. As you can see, there's a little area where you can put the lace in. So here, I didn't put the lace in, but in the center of the tongue, you wanna make sure that you feed the lace through the bottom of this little hole, this little slit, and then it's gonna come out the other side. And that's gonna keep the lace stable and sturdy throughout the time while you're rocking the shoe. That way it doesn't kind of move to the side, inside or outside of the foot. It stays a lot more comfortable on the foot. Now, one thing that you can see on these come with 8 different lace holes compared to the new modern day retro OG style. And that's because this is actually more similar to the original from 1985. So you can see you have that extra lace hole here, but typically it comes to the top end right here before it starts to go back. So we're gonna give it that dead stock look still how it is. Now, when it comes to the top lace, you wanna go from the outside in this time, just like that. And then the same thing here, finishing it off. Boom, and then we're gonna give it a dead stock knot. And again, some people wear it with the knot actually out, but typically most people tuck it behind the tongue and give you that nice and clean look like this on the shoe. So let's check this out on foot and see what you guys think. So how'd you guys feel about that lace style? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now next up, let's take it to the loose fit because this is one of my favorites. Hey, real quick, just wanted to let you guys know we're getting really close to 400,000 subscribers. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and join the fam. We got a big giveaway coming very soon and I can't wait to see who wins. Let's get back to the video. Now, like I said earlier, this is one of my favorite styles to go with. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we're gonna unlace these top 2 laces, boom. And then you're gonna have these 2 holes here. Now, depending on your foot size and the lace length, I'm a size 13, so typically the laces aren't long enough to give me extra room to be able to go all the way to the top hole, especially with it being 8 holes on this shoe. So we're gonna go to the 7th hole on this one, for me in particular. Again, this is kind of up to you to decide on how loose you want it to be or not. But we're gonna go back underneath, right here, and then the same thing underneath, and through the hole. Now you're gonna have a lot of slack. What you're gonna wanna do is pull a little bit here and take your fingers throughout the sides and go like this. This is gonna slowly disperse the laces throughout the foot, and you always wanna make sure you loosen the front end too, just a little bit at the top of the toe. And you're gonna see, you're gonna have a little bit more slack, and then you can kind of pull it a little bit and make it even. But once you get them on foot, you can definitely adjust it a little bit better. But this is essentially that loose lace look, and I promise you, this is one of my favorites. As you guys can see, I have a ton of Air Jordan 1 lows in my rotation, and I love to just slip them on and go, and that is again one of my favorite all-time styles for any model, so I always got to put that one earlier in the video. Now next up right here is another simple one, kind of with that loose fit, but we're gonna throw a bow on it just to kind of clean it up a little bit. Today's partner is Sneaker Throne. They have multiple options when it comes to durable and high quality display cases. One of my personal favorites is the drop side display case. I'm a size 13 and I can easily fit my shoes inside of here, and I have hundreds of these stacked throughout my rooms to display my sneakers. When it comes to the cases in particular, you have 4 different color options: clear, black, white, and red. So if you're looking at grabbing one of these for yourself or for someone else, make sure you guys check out sneakerthrone.com, and don't forget to use the discount code DNA Show at checkout for 10% off for all your orders. So again, this is my personal favorite. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Now let's take it to the next one to tie it up a little bit more and, you know, clean up our life, get our life together a little bit. So what we're gonna do is tighten up the laces just a little bit right here. And we're gonna be back at the top with a lot of extra space. Now what we're gonna do, you can see if I tie a bow, it's gonna be really, really small, right? We don't want that, okay? So I might have to actually go another hole out and then tie a bow right here. Again, this is gonna be depending on my shoe size and the lace length, right? Now I'm gonna tie a bow, and I feel like this looks pretty good. So for me, this is the 6th hole. It might potentially be the 7th hole depending, but it's not too tight, and it allows your foot to still, you know, slide into the shoe, have a cleaner look to it. Let's see what these look like on foot with the nice little bow tie. I call this the loose bow tie. See what I'm saying? Doesn't look too bad. Again, depending on the occasion, the fit, the pants, you name it, a lot of different variations. You know, sometimes you got to tighten things up depending on where you're going. Now next up right here, we have one of my favorite styles that I love to do with every single model on my channel. If you guys haven't seen before, I have a full in-depth tutorial list of every single model. I'm trying to get through all of them. We're slowly making our way, but we got at least like 20 different videos now, and there's a ton of different lacing options, and we always do this one in every single video, and that is called the bars. So as you can see, we have everything fully unlaced because we're gonna have to go through and get a little intricate with this one. So I'm gonna show you guys, and we're gonna make sure that we go through this slowly so you can understand it, because I know when we go through this in some videos with the bars, it does kind of get complicated depending on the model, but luckily with the Jordan 1s, it's not too complicated. So you see there's a second hole. We're gonna take this outside lace, same thing as the outside right here, and we're gonna go through that second hole, boom. So as you can see from the inside, boom, it's just popped in right there. And then we're gonna go directly across to the second hole with that same lace that was coming from the outside. Right there. Now we're gonna pull this lace over. Now we're gonna take the inside lace from the first hole, we're gonna weave that underneath, and then we're gonna go to the third hole right here and push that through from the inside as well, just like we did on the outside one. And then we're gonna go directly across to the third hole. So whenever you have a lace going through, in and out, it's gonna go to the same hole across from it, not diagonally up one hole. It's gonna go directly across to that same hole, matching with that. Now this one, instead of going one hole up, right, we're gonna go 2 holes up. We're gonna let that one be for a little bit. And then like we saw earlier, inside foot, now that one went 2 holes up, so we're here. So from the second hole to the 4th hole, then obviously this one is gonna come from the 1st to the 3rd to the 5th. So from the 4th hole across to the 4th hole, boom. And then we're gonna go up right here to the 6th hole from the 4th hole. And then the 5th hole, boom, directly across from there, like so. We're gonna tuck this inside. And then this one from the 6th hole, we're gonna go directly across. Now again, this is gonna be dependent on your foot size and which hole you would prefer. You can go up to the 7th hole or the 8th hole, but as it gets higher up, it kind of gets a little wonky depending on the model of the shoe. I would say personally, it would probably look better with just the 6 holes. But again, that's all a preference thing. Now, as you can see, we have the bars right here on the foot, and then we're just gonna tuck the laces in on the inside and see what these things look like on foot. You know what I'm saying? The bar style ain't that bad. Now, you know what I'm saying? It gives that old school vibe, especially on a model like this. You can't go wrong. So that's a look at all 4 styles. And again, I have a fully curated playlist with a ton of other models as well with lacing tutorials. So make sure you guys check that out after this video. And again, we're very close to 400,000 subscribers. So I need you guys to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I would never let you down, it's in my DNA. The only choice I like to make, what I'ma wear today. I would never let you down. down, it's in my DNA. The only choice I like to make, what I'ma wear today. I was made for it, it's in the DNA.